So the getAppend Rails function allows you to retrieve relations from a model and write them to a Nitro-CELL data sheet row by row. So it will actually take whatever relations you have in your model, like in this case we have a comment and a single relation on our initial relations, and we also have several different things with a space in between for our post relations, and write this out to Excel. So the way that it does this is uses a Nitro-CELL execute worksheet. The sheet that you see here is just a basic setup. So we're erasing memory, we're opening a specific model, and then we're clearing that target data sheet that we're going to be writing data to. So to get the relations out, all you need to do is come in and say model, and then we're going to scroll down here to getAppend Rels. And if we look at the instructions for this, you can see that by default it'll take the active model, or we can specify a specific model that we're interested in within an assembly or that's in session. And then we're going to write it to a target data worksheet and also the type of relationships we want. Blank means we just get the initial relations, post means just the post, and all means everything. So we're going to take, we're just going to leave the active model that's currently in session, and we're going to write it to our model relations. And I want everything. So when we run this, you'll notice that just that quickly, it has gone in and extracted from the active model all of the relations that we've specified. Now, notice here that we have a blank row. Let's say that we wanted to just come in and quickly edit this out. The easy thing to do with data sheets is you can actually resend information right back. So I'm going to write a very simple formula here that says if this particular cell is empty, then exclude this row, otherwise leave it blank. So if we test this by just copying and pasting the formula, you can see that if we did this right, that row should be excluded when we send the data back. So basically we're editing the relations on the fly. You could also add text here and then send data back if you want to too. So I'm going to edit this, this field, and I'm just going to grab the text for the relations. And now I'm going to write a new worksheet function called the write formula. And the formula we're going to write, we're going to have to put it in as text so that it's written to the range. And we also need to make sure that the starting point is where we want it to be too. So in this case, we want it to start at G6, which is here. And we're going to write it from B6 and then go down. So I'm going to put in, it's going to write to that specific worksheet. And then I want to go from B6 to, let's say, B20. So when we write this out, you'll notice that not only did we re-get all the information, but we're writing the formula that's going to flag any rows that are empty. And then we're going to remove them as we write the data back. So to send the data back, what we're going to do is just, actually, it's a worksheet function. We'll say worksheet, let's see, send results, and we're going to send that worksheet back. Now the big question is, well, we kind of need to see what we've got. So I'm going to copy and paste those clear data sheets and getAppend Rails like we had before, so we can kind of see that that row has been edited out. So when I run this, you'll notice that it is going to load the data, remove the row of, or flag the row out of the post relations, and then rewrite the relations back to the CREO model, and then re-export them so we can see what was there. So if we come into this relations editor, and yep, our initial relations look just fine, and our post relations have had our space removed. So this is just a quick and dirty way to use Nitro-CELL to edit relations. You could do some pretty fancy stuff with it, but I think you'll probably like it, especially when you're doing batch automation.